Well, Dan, we've reached the second international break, and I guess it's time to reflect, isn't it? Sort of look back at where we are in terms of the team and individually.
Yeah.
Comfortable in terms of your own personal performance, certainly?
The majority of them I've been happy with. Obviously, there's been a couple of games where I haven't done well enough, but I tried my hardest. I think as a team, that's what we've definitely done. As a group of players and staff, we've tried our hardest. We fell short a couple of times, but the performance has mainly been there. I still think we've got another gear to go to. We've got a couple of weeks now to work on a few things and hopefully kick on.
Yeah, I think the effort, anyone who's seen any of the games this year will see that the commitment and the effort has been there. You may fall short in terms of quality in certain games, but you're playing against really tough opposition. When you analyse 11 games, we've played a lot of the top teams in this league as well, and you said at the start of the season, it's great to test yourselves against these, provided you learn from them, and that's what you've done. Yeah,
I still think we can learn a little bit more, especially in certain parts of games. I feel like we're still learning and still trying to improve in certain areas, but I think there's a lot to be positive about. I know it's difficult, especially after a defeat, to be really positive, but if you look at all the games so far, bar maybe one or two, we've been in most of them for a large period of the game. I think as a group we need to be a bit stronger at certain times. But if you look mainly at the positives, there's been a lot of good performances, a lot of dominating performances. It's just a couple of key areas we need to work on and we should be all right.
Yeah, no, that's the championship, isn't it? You can play well like you did against Bristol City, but they don't need many chances today.
No, they don't. And obviously we need to take also the chances that we get, whereas last year we probably score 3 or 4 a game if we're playing the way we're playing now. It's just fine margins really, defensively and attacking wise. It's something that could be easily worked on and easily improved though, and it's just being ruthless really in both boxes. I feel like certain games we have really improved in that aspect, and then other games, maybe you'd say Saturday, especially defensively, as a group, we weren't at our best, but we know what we need to work on. I'm sure we'll do it.
How have you found these international breaks? Are they slightly strange for someone who's played so much football that you kind of get these sort of once a month and you're thinking, well...
Yeah, well, obviously I haven't had a massive amount of time off because obviously we've got loads to work on. We've got a lot of players that want to try and get back fit. So, but when you get in a rhythm of games, it's nice to keep that rhythm. Although it is tough at the time. Like after the game on Saturday, I was quite tired, but you get in on a Monday or Tuesday and you're already thinking about when the next game is. So it's nice to have a little break, spend some time with the family, but I just want to get back to it really. Yeah,
it's strange in the Championship, isn't it? Because you have a break like this week and then you come back and you've got 3 games in a week and it's a punishing schedule when it starts. Is that something that I guess you just have to get used to?
Yeah, well, last year was tough. Probably the toughest season physically I've had. I'd say the only difference is this year is you're playing against fitter and stronger and better players. So it is tough, but you adapt. You do get used to it as quickly as it's obviously trying to get up to speed. You can lose it just as quick. You just need to try and keep a level base, and then just keep working hard, try and stay fit, and then see what happens.
And just finally, when you look at say the Bournemouth game for example, both yourself and Nathan, the wingers you were up against, top quality wingers, were substituted. As a fullback, when you see that happening, you must think, well, I've done my job against that person, and then you look at the bench and see what they're bringing on.
Yeah, that's ultimately why we wanted to get to this level, to test ourselves against the best forward players or wingers. They are very good players, they were good on the night, and then you think you've done your job, and then they bring someone else on probably just as dangerous. So it's part and parcel of being at this level. I think people probably think that about our attackers as well, because we've got a lot of good attackers, a lot that are on the bench or in and out. So I think it's just Championship football. You need a good squad like we've got, and it's part and parcel.